I'm going to attempt to do this video as quickly as I can. If this is your first time seeing me, I am Lainey from Upper Room Prints. I also have another website, but it's not related to this story. This is a story about Etsy and why I look like I will no longer be able to sell on that platform. At the beginning of May, I was out of town on a trip, and during this trip, I never put my Etsy store on vacation mode, mainly because I noticed that when you put things on vacation mode on Etsy, your sales will just drop off once you turn it back on. So what I usually would do is just change the process time. But up until this point, from about the beginning of April, I had been making at minimum one sale a day. I'm not a big shop. I think I had about 200 sales through Upper Room Prints on Etsy, but it was consistent. It was a nice little bit of an income. But I noticed while I was on my trip in Delaware that I wasn't receiving any sales. I thought that was a little strange. But I was so busy I didn't pay much attention to it until that Sunday before I came back from my trip. And I decided during my downtime that I was going to look at the Etsy app. And I noticed that I had maybe 2 visits on the site on my listings, which was also extremely odd because I would get anywhere from 50 to 100 a day. So I went ahead and I checked my listings and it said 0. I was immediately stressed out because I have over 100 items that I'm selling, and to see 0 listed there as active listings, I was wondering what happened. So I checked my email, nothing. I checked my spam folder, nothing. And then I decided to get on my iPad and not get on the Etsy app, but the actual website. And I saw a big red banner going across the page that said my account had been suspended. I did some digging and it looked like my account had been suspended on May 4th. I believe by this point it was May 7th. I'm not sure exactly of the date. I don't have the dates directly in front of me. So I immediately contacted Etsy Appeal and said that I hadn't received any kind of notice from Etsy about my account being suspended. No email, nothing. I noticed that on there it said that it would take 2 weeks to hear back. And I'm like, great, this is right before Mother's Day in the US, and I had just released a lot of new Mother's Day items, and I was, kind of hoping that I would get a little bit of income from them. But, I was like, okay, great. There's nothing I can do. So I decided to, the next day, I get back to my home in Maryland, and I log on to Etsy and I send an email. I start researching, trying to find ways to contact Etsy. Is there a phone number? Is there, direct chat? Anything. And as many of you know, Etsy is notoriously bad at their customer support. It is impossible or nearly impossible to get in contact with someone. So I sent an email and through their 24/7 support line, and I didn't hear anything back. And then I checked the status of that email and it was closed the next day. So I was like, okay, great. So by May 11th, I still had not heard anything back from Etsy. But suddenly I received an email from Etsy. I'm back. I had to take a little bit of a pause and grab one of my little staff members to see if I could, he's sighing, to see if I could, calm myself down, because I'm still a little bit upset about what happened. Oh, I guess he doesn't want to stay. That was Severus, by the way. So on May 11th, I received an email from Etsy saying that my account was suspended due to it was due to notification of legal seeking information. That email didn't really tell me a lot of what was going on, but they did give me the email address of the law firm that was seeking legal information. So I contacted them immediately. This was midday on the 11th, and within a couple of hours I received an email from him, somebody named Dimitri. Dimitri stated that he was hired by his client who lives in Poland because of a item that I used to have on my website called Overwhelmed and Also Hungry. She believed that I infringed on her copyrights or trademarks or whatever, even though I hadn't. I had taken inspiration from her image, and that was it. He informed me that they were willing to settle if I paid $1,000. Not many of you know, but I am on disability. And I don't have $1,000. I pretty much only make that in a month with disability. So, I was between a rock and a hard place. So I did some research on this individual that had who had hired a lawyer, and it looked like she was using this as a way to make funds. She was going around and suing anyone and everyone to see if she could get money from them for infringing on her rights. Some people purchased whatever graphics that she may have created, and instead of contacting them directly to see if they could just take it down, she just sued them, and their websites on Etsy or Amazon, Walmart, whatever, were just taken down without question. I went ahead and just took down the item because I don't want the drama. I hadn't made any sales from that one picture, and I just didn't care. I'm not here to cause any stress or drama with anyone. And as a small business myself, I respect that, the time and effort and work that goes into making something, it turns into your baby. So I understand that, if I had actually taken her exact image and just put it up on the website, that there's an issue. But at the very bare minimum, she could have just contacted me and said, hey, XYZ. And I would have taken it down. Because like I said, I don't want the drama. I contacted Etsy about a week later and told them the full story of what was going on. And I asked if, one, they could put my Upper Room Prints website back up, and two, if they could put my other website back up that has absolutely nothing to do with Upper Room Prints and was never in question. I received an email back saying that they were unable to do so until the lawyer that was seeking information released it. So in other words, my websites or my Etsy stores are closed forever because I'm not paying $1,000. I don't have $1,000, and I feel like it's extortion, honestly. But I haven't been sued, and if I ever am, I will, of course, update you all. Either way, I am starting on a journey now of being full-time on Shopify, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, since then I've only made one sale, but I plan on having, hopefully, at bare minimum, once a month, a video talking about what it's like to be full-time on Shopify. And we'll just see how it goes. All right, wish me luck. Thank you for watching my first full-length video, and watch this space for my journey on Shopify. And feel free to subscribe if you feel like it. Bye!